So, thanks. I know my mom's really happy that I finally have somebody over to hang out with, so I appreciate it. So I thought we could do some fun, kind of witchy, you know, just have some witchy fun. I know that's not like probably something that you typically do, but would you be interested in me showing you some of the stuff that I have? You might find something that interests you. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, I actually just finished brewing some tea, knowing that you were going to be here soon. So I have this nature-y cup. I think it's kind of like witchy cottagecore. I know a lot of people think that I just like dark, you know, macabre, kind of like gothy stuff, but I just kind of like anything that's occult or witchcraft or just, I don't know, different, alternative. I mean, you can look around my room right now and see that it's not like some scary goth dungeon, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that, because that would be pretty cool, let's be honest. But I've got my witch bells. You can see my cat skull right up here. It wasn't my cat, it was actually a black cat that I found dead in our bushes when we moved into this house. So I collected its bones. There's also a bunch of its bones in this tin, this jar, and just kind of throughout my room in general. Yeah, I like to think that he watches over me and protects me. His name's Bartholomew, by the way. Then over here you can see I've got a nice witch broom with eucalyptus on it. Yeah, so, you know, not scary. I mean, I have a frog, for fuck's sake. Not that scary. So, I brewed you some black Assam tea. It should be a good temperature, but just be careful. I'm sure it's still a little bit hot. Okay, and I already put some honey in there for you, so. I blessed the tea for you. I hope you don't mind. I promise it was a blessing and not like a hex. So, there you go. Okay, and I've actually got my own right here, so cheers. Oh, it's good, right? Perfect temperature. Okay, I'm just gonna set it back down over here. Okay, so first I thought I could show you my tarot cards. Yeah, you've probably seen me with these at school, huh? I think that's why a lot of people are weirded out by me, because I'm just practicing out in the open. But they're actually really cool and not evil. They're just really neat cards that are packed full of symbolism. And it's kind of like psychology, you know? It just gives you a bunch of random symbolism, and you get to interpret it how you please, and it can just help you work through some things that you might be going through, or kind of put into words what's going on internally. I usually journal when I do a tarot reading for myself. I don't get to read for a lot of other people very often because people are so skeptical and like weirded out by it. So I don't ever read tarot for anyone unless I explicitly have their permission. So if you don't feel comfortable, I'm not going to make you, but do I have your permission to give you just a quick reading? We'll just pull one card. I usually do 3 card spreads, but we'll just do one just to warm you up and kind of like show you what it can be. Yeah. Okay, cool. I really appreciate people with open minds. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle these a little bit more just to make sure it's all random and the universe can let you receive the message that it thinks you need right now. Okay, and then if you don't mind, just place your hand on top of here. Yeah? Okay, and close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Okay. Take these back. I like to infuse the deck with the energy of the person that I'm doing the reading for. Like I said, usually that's myself, so I'll do that myself. And I'll cleanse the cards in between readings, even if it's just for me. I had to cleanse them before you got here in anticipation that you would say yes, so thank you. Okay, and then just choose a card. Choose a card, whichever one speaks to you. This one, right here. Okay, I got it. Interesting. Okay. So, you pulled a page of wands. The page of wands. Wands are the suit of the tarot deck that correlates with the element of fire, and that indicates a need for action, you know. So I'm going to consult the book that comes with my tarot cards because I like to always reference that before I do further interpretation. I think that the writing that comes in the book is just really beautiful and insightful, and it kind of helps me build on to what the author has written. So let's find the wands. Oh wow, okay, so this changes a lot of things and I feel kind of silly, so bear with me. I just learned that with this particular deck, which I've been using for a really long time now, that up there, that little horse, indicates that it's a knight, not a knave. I always thought that the helmet was a knight because knight in armor, but apparently this deck indicates knave with a helmet, and a knight is the horse, which makes sense, but I just feel like the symbolism of a helmet and a horse correlates both with knights so much that I think they could have maybe change that to something more obvious? I don't know. But that means I have done a lot of incorrect readings for myself, which is interesting. So, we did not pull the Knight or the Knave of Wands. We pulled the Knight of Wands. So, the Knight, okay? So, that being said, let's read. And I'm gonna hold this up for you while I read it, okay? Okay. The Knight of Staves may rush in where angels fear to tread. His boldness without forethought may be foolish, but it can also lead to greatness. He is susceptible to failure more than those who never take a chance, and yet fortune seems to follow him and keep him from true harm. He will champion any righteous cause and pursue any path that promises glory. If this card does not represent a person, it can mean a time of increased activity or unexpected travel. So the key ideas that we have for this card is fearless action, possible recklessness, a surge forward in an endeavor. So this could represent you venturing into witchcraft with me, perhaps. Taking a risk and learning about something that you don't really know about. Or perhaps charging into new territory to make a new friend. You did have to travel to get here, right? Just saying. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me read that for you. I'm just gonna have another sip of my tea. Go ahead and drink yours if you'd like. Call me crazy, and I know a lot of people do, but blessing that tea makes it taste even better. So I'm really excited to share this next book with you because I just bought it and I haven't gotten to peek into it just yet. So I bought this book right here, Appalachian Witchcraft for Beginners. The history, remedies, and spells of a rich folk magic tradition by Auburn Lily. Alright, so it's truly gorgeous though. Look at that. I'm very into nature magic. If anything, I think I identify more as like a green witch or a nature witch, perhaps. So I haven't started reading this yet, and personally I want to start at the beginning because I'd really like to understand the origins of Appalachian witchcraft before I dive into the practices that it outlines for us later on. But since, I don't want to waste our whole time together just reading to you, I skipped ahead to this page that says key takeaways, and I think it'll give us a nice overview. So it says, Appalachian magic is primarily centered around healing and manifesting good fortune. We can honor the foundations of the practice by using our magic to improve the lives of those around us as well as our own. I like that. That's how I really connect with the idea of magic. I don't believe in hexes and curses and things that, put bad energy out there. I'm more concerned with protecting myself, bettering myself, and in turn projecting that good energy out into the world around me. But that's just me. So it says, establishing a strong connection with your ancestral lineage can increase your psychic ability as your ancestors begin to act as guides who seek to protect you and bring blessings your way. Communicating with spirits is a way to access wisdom and insight beyond what is physically available to you as an individual practitioner. Spirits can carry messages from other parts of the world, provide perspective on the past and repeating patterns, and even help predict and prepare for future events. Especially when you are casting a spell or performing a ritual, keeping your intention at the forefront of your mind is what will anchor your magic in reality. Before beginning any spell work, it is important to first calm the mind, body, and spirit. When we practice magic from a centered and harmonious place, our workings are potent, inspiring, and magnetic. And although we each have an incredible intuitive capacity and innate skills, building a magical practice takes time, patience, and dedication. I like that. It's really nice. Let's see. So, I was thinking we could do just a very simple space clearing ceremony, and then maybe like just a very simple protection spell or prayer, if you will. I think that will just allow us to kind of settle into the space. I know this is my room, but it is a new area for you, a new environment for you, and I want you to feel comfortable here. And if you decide to come back, which I really hope that you do, then it can be a nice, comfortable, cleansed, and just inviting space for us to bond and hang out and maybe get a little bit witchy. Okay, so this is really exciting because I went to the metaphysical store the other day. That's where I got that book, actually, and I bought a few other things. I bought and dressed a couple of ceremonial candles, and one of them I think is perfect for this occasion. So one moment. I bundled them up here. Is the black candle that I anointed and dressed for protection, but we don't want to use that just yet because I want to cleanse the space. So let me get this out real quick. This is a cedar bundle, as you can see here. Cedar is really great for cleansing and protection. As I've gotten more into witchcraft over the years, I've tried really hard to learn about witchcraft in other cultures and, understand maybe what aspects are more sacred to certain cultures and what aspects can be translated into the general universal practice of witchcraft. I try really hard not to appropriate things from other cultures that are just very, very, very specific to that culture, where I may not have any business diving into that. I'm not perfect. I've bought the occasional sage bundle before in the past, before I understood the significance that has to a lot of native peoples. No one's perfect, so I don't want to put shame onto anyone else who might use sage or perhaps a abalone shell or other types of tools or symbolism that pertains to different cultures. But if I do use something that's from another culture or adjacent to that, I'll try to learn a bit more about it before I just start recklessly using a tool that I don't know the significance or history behind. So anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to get all preachy on you. I just wanted to explain that, and I don't know, just invite you to learn with me. But yeah, that's why I'm more drawn to this Appalachian witchcraft, because it's more true to my ancestry personally. As far as I'm aware, my more immediate ancestry has always been kind of in the southern area of the Appalachians. Supposedly on both sides of my family there's some type of Native American history, but that gets really muddy with the history that this country has, so I try not to lean too heavily on that without any more concrete evidence. But regardless, there were still a meshing of cultures, and that has influenced my lineage, you know, especially as someone whose ancestry is primarily from southern, I almost said Southern America, like South America, but Southern US culture. So, and I have this fireproof plate, so, you know, we're gonna be careful, okay? Not to worry. Space, cleanse ourselves. This is the candle. Oh, it smells heavenly. You want to smell? It smells really good, right? Yeah. And I've got the stand right here. We're gonna set it down in, and we've got it all set up right here. As you can see, there's a cone flower that I also added. Now, while it's already dressed and anointed, I still like to add a little bit of extra stuff around the bottom. I've got some black charcoal. I'm going to sprinkle, and then I have some anise seed, which is also really great for protection. You want to smell? We're going to light the candle, and remember, our intention here is for cleansing, protection, and, I mean, for lack of better words, good vibes, right? But personally, I really want to focus on new beginnings, fostering friendship, and just putting our best foot forward. How does that sound to you? Good. Okay. But there we go. There's our lit candle. And it is anointed with rosemary for protection and friendship, some anise, some coneflour, lots of oils, and I want to clear the space. I want to clear the space so that nothing remains except love. Only love remains. I release any negative energy from within, and all I draw in is love. And for you, do you release any negative energy that you have within? Good. You release any negative energy that you are holding, and you only draw in love. Only love remains. Love for yourself. Love for those who matter most to you. And love for the earth and all those who walk it. I'm going to set this down, but I'm going to keep it lit just for a little while longer. Take another sip of my tea. Is yours still good? Do you need to top off? No? Okay. And I'm going to light the end of our cedar bundle one more time, just so we can kind of cleanse this energy, because we released any negative energy we were holding. I want to cleanse that from our space, okay? Concludes our session. You can still hang out with me if you'd like. We don't always have to do witchy stuff. We can just hang out and chat, get to know each other a little bit better. I can listen to some music. I can show you some of the bands I've been listening to lately. And you can show me a couple of things that you listen to. I'll be open since you've been open with me. I know, it's a give and take. Okay, so let's end this session real quick before we carry on, okay? I'd like to close the space out. So, thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for being open to receiving love and good energy and releasing any negativity or judgment. And together we will end the session by blowing this out at the same time, okay? I'm gonna count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.